Today we will be working on the Mobius cast-on. This cast-on is support for the Mobius shawl kit, but may also be used for any Mobius style project. If you are using this video with the Mobius shawl kit, you will first need to locate both ends of the yarn on the package ball that is supplied, as you will be knitting with both ends. Next, tie a slip knot with both strands of yarn. And slip this knot over one end of the circular needles. Do not over snug once on the needles. Move the slip knot towards the opposite end by pulling the needles counterclockwise, as I have done here. Separate the working yarn from the tail and secure the tail, the needle, and the cable by pinching these together. Using your opposite hand, tension the yarn with your index finger and begin to cast on. Drop the tip of the right needle under the cable, between the cable and the working yarn, up over the yarn, around the back, bring the needle under the cable, and center it. Bring the needle up over the cable, around the back of the yarn, and again back to the rest position. Because we only count the stitches on the needle, that counts as 2 stitches. Notice that the cast-on stitches angle from bottom right to upper left. Do not over tighten these stitches when you cast them on. Again, under, between, over, back under, over, around, and center. That is 4 stitches. Repeat this a few more times. And in my case, I now count 12 stitches. Now, as you approach the end, continue until you have the required number of stitches needed. Make note of where your left needle is in relationship to the cable. You can do this by separating the stitches, and you will notice that there are 2 cables lying next to each other. Follow both around counterclockwise and straighten as you go. In my case, the right needle I will move above the cable and the left needle will be below the cable. With the circular needles fully loaded, make sure that the working yarn is up and over the right needle as shown. Gently move the stitches towards the tip of the left needle, making sure that the stitches do not become crossed. Make sure the tail is towards you and out of the way. Place a stitch marker and begin with a knit stitch through the back of the slip stitch and slide this stitch off the needle. With the yarn forward, purl the next stitch as normal. Again, notice the direction of the stitches. You will always knit the following stitch, whether it loops from the front of the needle to the back or from the back of the needle to the front. With this kit, if you have the correct number of stitches, it should work out that you knit the stitches that wrap from the back over the top and down the front, and purl the opposite. Because the Mobius has a knitted in half twist, you will be knitting from the center of the shawl out. This means that as you pass the marker for the first time, it will be on the cable and you will not slip the marker. You will need to complete one full round, and when the marker is exposed, you will then slip the marker to the left needle. The first round, or half of the full round, the stitches will most likely be tight and a little difficult to knit.